Welcome back, peeps. Thank you for tuning in the Band of Rose channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over everything you need to know about the heartbeat sensor in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone mode. Alright, so starting off, we're going to be going everything you guys need to go. So every little tips and tricks and all that kind of stuff that you need to know for the heartbeat sensor in Warzone. I do apologize, when I did record my testing with the heartbeat sensor, I forgot to turn my controller cam off. So just a little apology on that one. It just cuts a bit of the heartbeat sensor off, but no big deal. So let's start right into this video. So why is the heartbeat sensor the best tactical out there, or why does everybody use a heartbeat sensor? Basically because it never runs out. That is one of my main suggestions on why you should use this. It never runs out. You always have the heartbeat sensor. Doesn't matter how long you use it, you will always have it and it will never run out. Maybe you do want to have a guy with a smoke grenade in there, maybe just in case he needs to revive somebody, because smokes are a pretty viable option. I did use them back in the day. I did think those are the best, but again, one of the most important thing is because it never runs out. Next up, this is why it is crucial to get it early on, so when other players don't have ghosts. So this is one of the most important things in Warzone, is try and get the drop as fast as possible so you can have your perk with ghost, and so you can get other people with the heartbeat sensor because they won't have ghosts. So the more earlier on in the game you get it, the more of the chances there will be that the players will not have ghosts, and the more you can utilize the heartbeat sensor to get to where you want to get. Next up, the range is 50 meters, which is a bit more than regular multiplayer. In my testing, as you guys can see here, the maximum it does go is 30 meters. All right, but again, the range for Warzone is going to be 50 meters. So a little tip I can give you guys is, for example, if you want to heartbeat a building, ping it, and when you guys ping it, you can actually see the meters on the ping. So what you're going to do is you want to ping the building. If you see that it's just still 50 meters out, you know, don't blow your heartbeat sensor. Once you start getting there and maybe you're around 45 meters close to the building, pull out your heartbeat sensor and you know that it's going to ping inside that building because you know the distance. So always use pinging to your advantage so you know how far away that heartbeat is reaching visually. Next up, the first wave is where it will scan, as you guys can see here in the video. So you can scan, and as soon as that first wave comes up, it's going to scan vertically basically to that wave. So doesn't matter if there's an enemy in front of you and that wave comes and then you kind of like move to the right or do a 360 spin to try and scan all around you, that won't work. The second that the first ping comes up, that is the direction that it is going to scan. Next up is a little test that I did here as well. It detects horizontal distance. Height is unlimited. So for example, the further away that distance that you see in the bottom is all going to be horizontally, that meters. But now let's say that you are on top of that person, you are two stories, you're in the high rise, he's all the way at the lobby. It will not detect that vertical distance. So that's why you can see that maybe you're in a sky rise and you're detecting some people and they're below you, but I mean, you're like, that's impossible. You know, this sky rise is more than 2 meters out. So that's going to be one of the disadvantages per se, that you cannot detect the vertical one. Again, I did say that it shows the meters at the bottom, which is a pretty good thing in there. Even in late rounds, do not exchange the heartbeat sensor, even though you may think everybody has ghosts, especially if you play quads or trios, because there is always going to be that one person in the squad that maybe is new to the game and doesn't know that ghost counters it. Maybe they just got revived from the gulag, maybe they didn't get their loadout. Whatever the reason may be, still have your heartbeat sensor even in the late rounds. Again, especially the more people there in the team. The more people in there in the team, the higher the chances that you will detect somebody that does not have ghosts. And there's other people that prefer other perks instead of ghosts. So, never change your heartbeat for something else. Again, talking about that one, just to showcase in here, a lot of people have that misconception that it's cold-blooded, that is the direct counter for the heartbeat sensor, but it is actually ghost, as shown right here. Ghost is the direct counter for UAVs, the recon drones, and the heartbeat sensors. Next up, just be aware when you pull your heartbeat sensor near a window and let it go, because it will actually break the window. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but just be aware of this, especially when you're in the last sort of situation, because you don't want to attract any enemies. This is due because of the way Infinity Ward incorporated this tactical, was that it actually throws an invisible grenade because it is a tactical. Before it was in the weapon. So the way they incorporated this was basically turning it into an invisible tactical grenade. So when you open your heartbeat sensor, it's basically like the ready button. And then when you let go, when it puts it away, it's throwing like an invisible rock per se, and that's why it destroys the window. And just a final thing, be aware when detecting pings on the outside of the map. There are 3 locations where the gulag takes place, and these are all under the map. So if you're on the outskirts of the map and you detect all these, all these little pings and you don't see anybody, it's not a glitch. It's just that there are 3 certain locations where the gulag is, and they are under the map. So just always be aware of that when you are scanning outside of the map. Just make sure that you go and check it. And if you do see pings and you don't see anybody there, that means they are the gulag. But that is it for today. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I do appreciate it. If you have any extra tips that you guys would like to let me know, put it down below in the comments. I deeply appreciate it. If you guys did enjoy the video, please like and subscribe. Peace out, everybody, and I'll see you all in the next one.